Right, come in and join us. Right, our friends at King Bolan have sent us a free launch scanner. And they said, Simon, do a video on it. And I said, it's fine, but I need to have a fault. I'm not going to make up a fault. And lo and behold, in our Mini, we've got a fault. Right, look, we've got a problem. So the automatic start-stop's not available. So we have to resort to our new and fangled tool. And we're going to see why the start-stop not available. Is it a battery? Is it a battery management? Or is it something weird? Actually, place your bets now, because I actually know what this is, because I put this on to test it the other day. I know what it is, and it's not what I thought it would be. So place your bets now and see if you're right. Oh gosh, right. So what's King Bolan given us? So we've got his latest ODB2 scanner. So obviously the idea of the scanner is, we know we've got the problem, but we don't know what the cause is. There could be multiple causes of that. And trust me, you'll be replacing batteries and other stuff, and it's none of those. I've given it half away, haven't I, Alicia?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's none of those. Right, so he's going to screw this on. Is this charged up even, Alicia? Are we ready for this? Or will it take its power from the ODB2? The ODB2 port is right in here, next to my, there you go, next to your sort of accelerator pedal. I don't know where it is if you're driving on the other side of the road. Right, here we go. Oh, 0% charge, look. Oh, will it work? Oh, it was charging up. It's going to create change, apparently. All I want to do is fix faults. Right, create change. So we're going to do a fault code read. How much reflection have we got in that? Let's see, was it right?
Quite a lot.
Quite a lot. Is that better or worse?
It's alright.
It's alright. Right, so what are we going to do? So should we diagnose?
Yeah.
Right, it's going to scan the VIN. Blimey, it's trying every combination. Oh, it's got it. Right, there you go. It said that all looks good. Yeah. Start the vehicle system detection. Please wait. Now this Mini he's been crashed and everything. This Mini's well abused. We've had it for years. Right then, there you go. Oh. It's already got the VIN. Come on, King Bolan. Oh. Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that it? So what do I do now then?
Okay.
Now start the vehicle system. Whoa. I'm worried when a loop of doom. Here we go. Right, so it's doing the engine. Right, whoa. Right, diagnosis. Okay, so let's have a look. Can we scroll up, do you reckon? BMW. Right, device information, powerful, here you go. Right, so what have we got here, do you reckon? So, the engine management control, let's have a look. Let me just have a look. Everything else, in fact, it's not too bad, is it?
No.
Only 6 and 2. So let's have a look. So, right, what do we think this is? So it's a battery. So right, brake vacuum sensor. Now, I think this is what it is. So charging pressure control, that's another thing we've got. A wastegate actuator, which we try clearing the faults and see which ones come back.
Yeah.
That's going to be it. Right, so how do we clear the faults on this? Right, let's go back here. All right, and then let's clear the codes. It's all working quite well. Right, now, okay, after this procedure finishes, there may still be a warning. All right, so let's see which are persistent. So we had 6 fault codes before. It looks like it's just the brake. Yeah, abnormal 1, you see. It's just the brake pressure sensor. Oh, it's just the brake vacuum sensor. And I think that is what is stopping the starts. Right. I think it's this one here, the brake vacuum sensor. Okay, short circuit to be. Right, so why is a brake vacuum sensor, I'm going to make this next bit up. Why is a brake vacuum sensor stopping the stop working? I guess it checks you've got brake vacuum before it stops to check your brakes are holding, I guess, before it does the start-stop thing. I've gone ahead and spent huge sums of money buying a brake vacuum sensor. Okay, so that is what a brake vacuum, and I'm guessing this goes in the servo. It's got a little barbed fit in there, and that's going to stick on, and it's going to sense the brake vacuum in the brake servo, and I guess that tells the car it's all ready to brake if it needs to. So we are going to try and fit this. So I guess we've got one electrical connector and we've got to push it in. So let's go and have a look if we can find where that lives. Right, so this is a Mini R56. It's one of the Minis where the headlights don't go up with the boot bonnet even. Right, so there's my brakes. And it looks like the brake vacuum sensor's right down in there. So unless you've got the hands of a child, we're going to have to take this bit of plastic off here. And it looks like it's screwed down here. And I'm going to have to take the wipers off. So let's go and grab some tools. Alicia's on it. What are you doing first, Alicia? So we're going to have to take so show us the little hidden little plasticky flappy bits. Oh gosh, I'm rubbish on the camera. Yeah, I've got my gimbal sorted. Right, so what size socket was that you got there, Alicia?
13.
13. Unlucky for some. Don't drop the nut. Right. Okay, we'll have a go at getting that off in a minute. Get the other one off, and then we'll have a go at... Now, you've got to have the bonnet open. It's a bit awkward, isn't it? Okay, I'll film from this now. No, you can't close the bonnet. I tried that earlier. You're going to have to just sort of... That's it. Can you get in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. Don't drop it. Is there a washer on that one? Bear in mind, this car's been apart 100 times. Maybe we should have a washer. There's a washer there as well. Look. Okay, right. There we go. So, right. Now, to get the wiper arms off, Alicia, you've got to... At the moment, it's sort of pressurised because so you've got to lift that off the windscreen a little bit and then pull on that bit there. Now, sometimes they're a complete pig and sometimes they're all right. Yeah. Sometimes you've got to get a windscreen puller on them. Let me have a go. Sometimes we might have to have a bash. I've got the... Let me see if I can... Sometimes you can leave them up and down a bit. No, he's not having it. There you go. Right, okay, so that is on a sort of spline, and it's also conical. There's a conical spline, so you have to just wrestle them a little bit. Do you want to wrestle the other one, Alicia?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on. Right, here she goes. Go on. Just work it backwards and forwards. Sort of, you want to sort of push it back and you sort of do that rotation on it. So you're pushing against one spline and then the other. And you'll get maximum leverage right under the end there. Go on, go on, just brake my car. Go on, brake it.
That doesn't want to come off.
No, right. We'll try the second tip. Right. What we'll do, we'll put one nut back. We'll put a nut back on, and then we'll hammer the thread. We don't want to hammer the thread with it exposed. I've worked out why it would need a brake vacuum sensor. Obviously, because the vacuum is generated by the engine running, and if you haven't got a vacuum, your brakes don't work so well in the brake servo or brake booster, as some people call it. So obviously it won't stop the engine for the start-stop until it makes sure before it stops the engine there's sufficient vacuum. So that's why the start-stop's not working. That's why it needs it. Right then, Alicia. So what we've got to try and do is put gentle pressure on the arm, pull the arm towards you while forcing the thing, and sometimes just the vibration of the tapping and tap on the nut. So right, that's it. All right, you do the pulling, I'll do the tapping. Here you go. Right, ready? Has that gone?
Yeah, that's gone.
Gone. There you go. Right, there you go. Right, you got. We did have a washer on it. Right, again, you'll have to relieve the pressure of it on the windscreen, and then just. We thought it went. You got to work. You got to sort of wriggle it backwards and forwards. There you go. Right. So we got those off. Right. Now what are we on next? We've got a 10mm plasticky nut thing here. Right, get that if you can. That should be that. Now, I think there should be a second fitting at the back there. What we're missing. Are they rubbish, those plastic? That's always doing it, isn't it? I'm not quite sure what they do. Right, let's go and do the other side. Seem to be missing the plastic nut there, but we have got a fixing at the rear there. So we'll get that one done. Right, another 10mm on that. And then I'm hoping that whole plastic bit, is it all one piece or is it two pieces? No, it's all one piece. Right, I'll pull the rubber trim off. Right, there you go. And that's it then, isn't it? Right, clear the tools. Does that pull off then? Well, it might be 2 pieces. We might not have, but is that on top of this one? Anyway, we'll pull it all off. I reckon it's jammed in the windscreen. You'll have to. That's it. You got that one off, right? That's that off, and that's battery exposed. Right, swap sides. Right, I reckon if you wrestle that one off, I think it sort of locates in this windscreen. That's it. You've got to wriggle it out from that side of it. Right, brilliant. So now can we see the brake? Oh, there's loads of room now. Right, so down in there, I reckon, if I can get the gimbal down there, right at the bottom there we go, we can see him. So I reckon if you just try and wrestle that out, we might need a screwdriver to lever it. Let's have a look at your little lever tool. Right, little crank tool, see if that'll get you. You got the angle in there. And then I reckon, ooh, yeah! There's plenty of vacuum there. We weren't short of vacuum, so I think it's the switch. Now, how much length have you got on that little badger? Not much. So you've got to work out where the release thing is on it, and then you've got to. People will be getting dizzy at home. I've gone like sideways with the camera. Any luck getting that connector off? No, you need to. There's a springy bit on there somewhere. Let me have a. Oh, right, let's swap a minute. We haven't worked this out, have we?
No.
Right. So there's got to be a pressy bit, and I reckon it's at the bottom. Yeah, it's at the bottom. I can feel something springy. I'll show you when I've got it out. Ah. Right, there you go. So that's it. Now, always right. And so on the connector, you've got to press at the bottom in the middle. There, where my thumb is there, if you can see it.
Yeah.
And that releases the thing. Right. So let's get the new one on, and then let's check again. Right. Whenever you're putting new stuff on your car, always check the old one and the new one, because sometimes these car makers, they change the connector or they change, but that looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I mean, we know that one's the original one. He's still got the original BMW. Right, so see if you can put the connector on that. You reckon connector first? Yeah, that's the way we took it out, isn't it? But could you hear the vacuum go when it's the...
Yeah.
It gave you a bit of a start, I think. Right, now you've got to ram it back in the little... There should be a little rubber bung in there yet. Just wiggle it in, work it in. You happy with that?
Not yet.
Not yet. The rubber's probably gone a bit hard over the years. Whoa, spider, spider! Oh, oh, careful. Right.
I think that's it.
You think that's it? That's good enough now. Right, let's have a look. Right, so if you look here, it says the vacuum sensor is short circuit to B+, which is battery. So I think when we start it now, we should be able to clear those faults, probably without even starting it. But we'll start it. Right, okay, so let's clear the code. All right, we're giving it a chance to do its thing. And look at that. Right, clear fault code completed. Okay. And look, we have now got no errors at all. So thanks to King Bolan. Only a spider hurt in the making of this video. We'll gloss over that. But there we go, all cool. So now we have got stop-start working. No need to change your battery. So who was right? Who placed their bets correctly? And I think that was about, I'll put a thing on the screen. I think it's about £15 for that. So we didn't need to go to the garage. We didn't need a new battery. Just a quick and easy fix. Right, we'll put the car back together and we'll enjoy stop-start. We'll save the planet now.